How's doing, babe?
Hey.
I missed her so much.
I missed y'all.
I'm all tangled up over here. Hold on. I got technical difficulties going on over here. Hold on. There we go. Yes, I miss my girlfriend.
I missed you too. Oh, God.
How you been?
I've been well. Working like a darn Hebrew.
That's what we
do.
But
we ain't mad. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
We all right.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We don't have no choices around here. At least until I get rich and then I can, go sit out on my fancy deck and drink wine somewhere. But I'm working on that right now. I'm working on that. So happy holidays to everyone who celebrate the holidays. I hope that everyone enjoyed their holiday, and I hope everyone is enjoying their time off if they have time off. The travel been crazy. My sister and my niece was stuck in Florida today.
Oh wow!
It's been so many storms and all this kind of stuff going on, and they were stuck at the airport. And I'm hoping, my niece lives in Houston. I'm hoping that she made it home because I haven't talked to her since a little earlier. I called her to see if she was still stuck or whether she knew if her next flight was going to be canceled, and I haven't talked to her, so hopefully she got home. So the weather was crazy. It was freezing this weekend, wasn't it? Woo! It gave us a taste of the winters that we ain't seen lately.
Listen, I went Friday. I was at work, and I wanted some cake.
Your favorite thing.
So I go over to Starbucks, which is directly next door, and I said, "Oh, I come outside in a little fleece jacket." I said, "Fool, what were you thinking?"
You were thinking about that cake.
I said, "Oh Lord, what is going on? Somebody done pissed somebody off." I said, "This is disrespectful."
Listen,
the snow was just blowing with the flowers.
Man.
I said, "What is going on?" When I ran back in that building, I did not come back out until it was time for me to go home.
Bet.
I said, "This is terrible."
And then right there where you work, it's like all them buildings, it's like breezeways where the air just be cutting through them buildings. Right there, it's real cold over there. It's real cold. So this weather has snuck up on us. It's like frozen in Atlanta.
Wait, I had nerve enough to get mad. I said, "How come there is no entranceway from the Pearlman to the darn Starbucks?"
So you won't have to go.
So I
thought that they would have had an entrance.
But they have one for Jimmy John's.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
But they don't have one for Starbucks.
Maybe it's too far over on the end.
Like,
they could have put it on the other side of Jimmy John's, though. Couldn't you walk through Jimmy John's and go to Starbucks?
You would think.
I mean, that would make some more sense to me.
I'm freezing. I said, I almost said, "The hell with this cake."
But you got it. But I got it all. Since I got it already, you already had it.
Nice shirt, Cat. Yeah, thanks, dog. Khadijah, please find this man a shirt.
Listen, hey, Willie. Well, I'm on Facebook restriction. I'm on Facebook restriction again. God damn. I'm sick of Facebook. Sick of them. They done put me. This is like the third time this month I've been on restriction. So they said I can't go live for 29 days.
Oh my goodness.
I got 3 more days of being able to post. And I think I can't join no clubs for 20. I said, I'm sick.
Join no
you
clubs.
know what's so funny? They let all kinds of shit come on social media. People shooting themselves, they carrying on. And I say nigga. I ain't say nigga. I said
but you know
nigga.
what? I think the key is to go to Twitter because Twitter is unfiltered.
I don't know.
Go live on Twitter because you can go live on Twitter.
Oh, you can go live on Twitter now?
It's under Twitter and Periscope. It's the same, so you can do both. Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't really go on Twitter that much. I don't know. I'll be on there sometimes, but I don't really. When I go on Twitter, like if I get a alert, like something that I might be interested.
Yeah,
but I really don't go on Twitter. It's not that interactive like Facebook and Instagram is. So maybe that's probably why I'm not on there that much. But I don't really be on Twitter that much. But my Eagles lost. Our Eagles, they lost.
But it
was a good game though. Besides the 4 fucking turnovers, if we wouldn't have had 4 turnovers, we would have won that game.
Wait, my mother is hilarious. She turned the television on, she's sitting on the couch, she says, "Oh, how they do that? How they let them catch up to them? Oh, that's getting on my nerves."
Right, I know, right, Mom?
Do you even understand the game?
She knows.
No, but I'm just saying the score ain't right. How they let them catch up? That's like, Mom,
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Like, that 3rd and 30. How the fuck? You let them. And you know what's so funny? Because I'm always calling the game. Like, I'm sitting there saying, I know they better not let Dak throw this ball all the way down the field. Didn't they let him throw it all the way down the field? My niece told me, well, you always calling the game. I was a little upset at that point because I didn't want to call that dumb shit. But that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You let this guy you let him throw it all the way, and then he get a touchdown on top of that.
But aren't you guys 1-1?
No, huh?
I mean, didn't Dallas won?
Yeah,
Eagles won early in the year.
Well, we gotta. We haven't beat Dallas at home since 2017, and Dak has the last 9 games that they played. Dak won 8 and we won 1. That's the odds is fucking sloppy.
Well, I can't comment because I don't know what's going on in the sports world. So I'm lost.
I don't know. I might have to do me a sports. I'm thinking about doing me a little sports podcast. So I can vent. Yeah. So I can vent with the ladies.
Boo, Lamont, where you at?
you know what I'm saying? I need to be able to vent. It cannot be no Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. I don't mean no harm, but can I have no Cowboys fan sitting next to me? Because we might go to fisticuffs. It might get ugly. Okay. Because I was pissed. I mean, I wasn't that mad because I knew that if Jalen had played, that all those drops and all that stuff that happened, that wouldn't have happened if Jalen played. So I feel like, we would have torched them. Probably would have had 50 points on them if Jalen would have played. So I ain't that mad.
But then there was like a conspiracy theory that, well, I'm not going to say conspiracy, but somebody put this out, that how is it that Jalen gets hurt and then one of the, I guess, good players.
Yeah, the lineman, Jalen Johnson, he got a tear on his abdomen.
No, but I mean, from the Dallas, one of Dallas people that was supposed to have been injured, I guess he's supposed to be a really good player. Since Jalen is out, now all of a sudden the Dallas person is cleared to come back.
Oh, you talking about? No, he was. I don't know that. I know that one of the guys from Dallas a couple weeks ago had made a statement about, is it really Jalen Hurts or is it the team? Micah Parsons, that's his name. Oh. And so I really wanted Jalen Hurts to torch the shit out of this guy. So I'm really pissed that Jalen didn't play because that's some BS.
But then they still make the division champ. Aren't they still division champs?
No, we're not the division champs yet because we lost too many games in our division.
So wait, aren't they part of the 4 or the 6 that go to the next?
So all right. So we.
I told y'all I don't know what's going on. So
what it is we secure our spot in the playoffs.
Hey, Gerald.
Right. We are the number 1 team as far as wins, but we didn't secure our spot to have a home, to have a break in between the season and the playoffs because we got to beat another game, which was supposed to have been Saturday.
Girl, you got to watch gymnastics or something a little.
No, that's too. They not
ice
doing
skating,
nothing.
Something a
Flipping
little more
around
graceful. It's less on your mental. It makes you. It helps you open up.
I think that anything.
It makes you calm. That's what I like. I like that kind of stuff.
I don't like they born. They just flipping over.
It shows how agile they are. Girl, come on.
They're agile. I can watch it in the Olympics, but I can't just be sitting there watching gymnastics.
They're on ice. The ice skaters are on ice, as opposed to running and chasing the ball, which takes great skill and long capacity and all that. But something about them ice skaters.
It's just something about them men running down that field, slamming each other.
Girl, bye.
They be cute. Girl, I don't know. I just like the excitement, and I think I don't know a lot about. See, listen, I want to get into tennis, right? But I don't understand that whole scoring system. It throws me off. I can't. I try so hard, but then I get discouraged because when they score and they say love and all that, I have no idea what that means. I'm not, but I'm versed in football. Okay. And I'm versed in basketball.
Well, I'm not versed in any of that stuff, so
So when the Eagles lost, so the Sixers made me happy because the Sixers won on Christmas. So that took a little bit of the sting away from the Eagles,
But the Sixers aren't doing that great this year.
We're number 5 in our division. Okay. We only 4 games behind Boston.
Did y'all get rid of that big African boy? What's his name?
No, that's our number 1 player, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but he always hurt.
He never. Don't say that because he ain't hurt now, and don't be jinxing us, Dawn. Because his ass been fine, and he had a little toe stub or some shit, but he been playing.
He's always hurt. Always hurt.
Because he big as shit. If you was 7-something and you was getting slammed around on the floor, I'm sure you would be hurt too. Because I be hurt and I ain't 7 feet.
Derek said as long as the Eagles win one of the next 3, they
That's
will clinch
right.
the division.
There's only 2 left, baby. It's only 2. It's only 2.
Oh, it was going to say and bum.
It's
Willie.
It's
you need to get
Willie.
Willie here.
Willie. See, Willie is the one that I would be in fisticuffs with.
But Willie, he liked the.
He liked the Eagles.
No, he liked one of these Bills or some
place he never.
Some whack team. Willie, what's that?
Willie named 10 streets in Buffalo.
What is it? Maybe it's the
Willie named 10 streets. Because I don't play all that.
He like somebody who don't even exist. Like they ain't even a contender. That's who.
I don't like people. I don't like one like my brother. My brother likes the Jaguars. I'm sorry, Jaguar fans. Who fucking likes the Jaguars? Really? Like, where did you get? Like, you're from South Philly. Where did you get that from? And I'm trying to understand like why he likes the Jaguars. And then he burnt me because he was supposed to take me to the game, but I ain't even going to air him out. You know, I'm trying to because I don't get like because I'm such a big hometown fan. I really don't get people who don't dig with the hometown. I don't care like about when Emmitt Smith all the way back in 2000 or 1972, the last time the Cowboys won a championship, whenever that was, that stuff is old. And in that time, people was on the fucking bandwagon with Dallas. That shit burns me up when people be down. It'd be burnt, and it'd be my family, and they be the one. Like my sister last night, she on my phone, pigeon, answer the phone, you know, all that kind of stuff. I know how to take it though, see, because I know that Dallas, they won and done in the playoffs. They haven't convinced me yet. They always hype over Dallas quarterbacks like they was with Tony Romo. He was a fucking bomb. Sorry, Tony, but I'm just saying he never got them a Super Bowl either. So, I don't know. You know, they going off of old fame. But the Eagles is the new shit. Okay? We're going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm saying it.
Okay. I hope they do.
We going.
I really
Dallas going home because that's what they do. They go home and playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's going to be.
I hope the Eagles win. I hope they go far. I really do.
I love our quarterback because he's so poised.
Who is he?
His name is Jalen Hurts. He's from Houston. And he been like a great football player his whole entire life since he was in high school, college, everything. He was this shit. And they just ain't people, you know, it's a little stigma when it's black quarterbacks. Okay. You know, it's always something like they don't have, what do they call it? Quarterback intelligence or something. I don't know, but we the smartest fucking things since, you know. But anywho, when we drafted him, I guess he wasn't like a well-known player. Mm-hmm. He wasn't like, but he was a Heisman Trophy contender. Okay. And we got him, and he did some shit last year and got a lot of interceptions and stuff. But he's vindicated. He went home and he honed his craft. And they said he never really leaves the complex. They say he always there. Okay. Like he said he said he don't go home. He said he don't cook at home. He said he take whatever is there at the facility. That's what he eat. And he's always there. So he can lift 600 pounds. Wow, that's why good. He can drag people down the field because they lightweight to him. You know what I'm saying?
So he's putting in the work.
Yes.
He's really putting in the work.
And it's showing. Like it's literally showing that he put in the work. They can talk about all the other people, but he literally put in the work. He's right at this point. He's doing better than all the other quarterbacks in the league. I don't care what nobody says. He just is, okay. And we the only team that's 13-2. So you know, we still number one. Okay. We still number one in the league.
I knew they were doing well, but I thought they might have been division champs or.
If we would have won Saturday, we would be division champs. Okay. So the thing is, we have to win one more of these games to become division champs. Okay. And Dallas has to win both of the next games, and we gotta lose. Okay. So that's over. So that's not gonna happen.
Hey, Virginia.
You know. So we gonna be good. We gonna be good. Okay. So it was an exciting sports weekend. I actually watched football all day and basketball all day.
Saturday.
Christmas, Saturday, football all day. Sunday, basketball all day. I'm such like a sports. I don't like a lot of other stuff, so that keeps me entertained if I'm watching TV. It's usually sports or HGTV.
Unfortunately, I was out in the street Saturday because I did literally no Christmas shopping. So I had to go to the supermarket. Money. No, but I did. I went to the store, got my mother some stuff. I didn't get any of my nieces, nephews. I bought nobody anything. It's just I was kind of embarrassed this year.
Was you?
I did absolutely nothing. I'm never behind on Christmas. I start ordering online maybe September, October. Mm-hmm. I did absolutely nothing. I did nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
My grandson made me feel bad because I don't celebrate the holiday. Right. So I wanted to know if he wanted to come over with us, who don't celebrate, or do he want to stay home? So then on Christmas, he gonna say, y'all don't do nothing around here. I'm like, hey, hold up, young man. Hey, whoa, hold on. He was like, y'all don't do nothing around here. I'm like, oh, we do stuff, but we don't do Christmas.
It was interesting because Saturday I got up and I did that. Sunday I didn't really get out the bed. I was so tired. And because my work hours are so long, I'm doing 10-hour days, I'm exhausted.
Right.
So then today, I said I was going to do my laundry. I ain't did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I got up, took a shower, and laid back there.
It sounds good, right? It always sounds good. Like you get that. It always sounds good because in your mind you say, today I'm going to do this.
I'm tired.
And then as soon as you go to do it, like, listen, I think that putting laundry away is like, I don't know why I'm never motivated to put it away. I don't mind washing it and folding it, but when it comes time to start hanging shit in the closet,
oh wait, this is the problem. Half my laundry, my clean laundry, half of it's downstairs. The dirty half, the other half that I didn't finish, that's upstairs. So, like I said, tomorrow morning I'm gonna get up and before I go to work, I'm going to finish my laundry. It's just been a whole lot. And I think because once I switched jobs, I didn't take a vacation.
Right. You just went straight from one to the next.
One to the other. So I'm tired physically. Yeah. Like I just need.
You ain't give yourself a week off or nothing.
I just need a good week just to woosah.
Right. Because you work in the daytime now, right?
No, I do 2 p.m. to midnight.
So you still in the evening. Them
Child.
Nighttime jobs, they so Lord draining. I did 7 to 7 for a long time. It's so draining. I don't know. When I worked at night, I never knew what day it was. I never, like, what's today? Is it Wednesday, Tuesday? Because I feel like when you work all night and then when you go to sleep in the morning time and you get right back up to go to work, you just lose track of so much time working at night, especially doing the overnight. I never knew what day it was. I'm like, what the hell day is it? It's a lot.
And then I must say this. I think it's been 2 years? No, a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's been very, because I went from mental health, working in mental health, and now I'm back in healthcare. It's just interesting. Y'all check on your folks, please. For real, check on your people. And I understand, with mental health, some people, I understand why family members totally detach themselves, all that kind of things. But even with that, if you know that your child or your family member is in a place, or just make sure they're okay. Mm-hmm. Just drop in, pick up a phone, keep in contact with their case managers. Make sure they are okay.
Yes.
Because sometimes that's what's really part of the problem. Can be part of the problem. Mm-hmm. It's because people feel like, okay, my family left. Even if you guys are estranged. Mm-hmm. If they know that you're going to pick up the phone occasionally and talk to the case manager or talk to this person occasionally. Somebody cares.
Yes.
Somebody cares. Now, there's a lot of schizophrenics out here. And they aren't bad people. God, no, not all of them.
No, they're not.
No, they're not bad people.
It's
some of them they just want to be.
Let me tell you
right.
something. Let me just say something about schizophrenia, right? You never know when a person could be normal their whole life, and then one day they can be diagnosed with that. Yep. And this is a person that you knew. They go from everything you thought they was to a whole totally different person, and it's very intimidating. It's very scary. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know they know something's wrong too. So now they got to deal with all these feelings that they going through, hearing voices or seeing things, and that's just a lot.
It is. It's a whole lot.
It's a lot. And they really need. And then the mental health system here
needs a complete overhaul.
Oh, it's terrible.
It needs a complete overhaul.
It is terrible. They don't help. It's like they'd rather put people that got mental health issues in prison where they don't belong, because prison guards are not doctors. Mm-hmm. And the first thing they're going to do is use force with a person that has mental health issues. Mm-hmm. But there's really nothing out here that's stable for people that have mental health issues. And it's so sad because these people need help. And if a family member 302 a person that they love, that's a hard enough decision to have to make, to say, I'm gonna put this is my last resort. I feel like there's nothing else that I can do, and this is the only way that I can seem like I can get this person some help.
Right.
And then you do it, and then 3 days later, they send them back out on the street.
Yep.
And they tell you, well, they are adults. And if they say they don't want to be here after 3 days, that's all we can hold them legally. And I'm saying to myself, well, what the fuck was you put a person in there for?
Right.
And then they say, oh, well, they got to see a judge. Well, why the fuck would they have to see a judge for mental health issues? They always want you to see a fucking judge for something. That shit pisses me off. They never want to find a solution, a logical solution to anything.
Some people
in mental health need mental health doctors. Yeah. They do not need judges.
Unfortunately, some of the doctors don't care. They over-medicate the people. They under-medicate the people. They don't listen to the people. It's just
it's so bad all the way around.
It really is. It's sad. And if you don't have any compassion, you deal with mental health.
It's not for you.
You will get some compassion, or you gonna be crying a whole lot of days because you're gonna be like, "What in the world?" Because you realize you're dealing with a bunch of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You know, but it's very informative. It's very enlightening, and I think it's something that everybody should experience.
I feel like working in mental health, it does give you, like, I worked in sort of like the facility that you worked in up in Williamsport, and those people, they were some of the sweetest people.
Crystal.
But they had these issues, but they really, really needed somebody to sit and talk to them. See, that's what I noticed, that most of them, nobody gave them a conversation. Mm-hmm. Nobody listened to anything that they wanted to talk about, even if it was their clothes, even if it was, you know what I'm saying, because they don't have nobody to talk to. So I didn't mind talking to them, you know what I'm saying? And when you build a relationship with a lot of them, when they go through their little fits and stuff, they'll think about who they're going to put some hands on. They trust and believe. They going to think, oh, I ain't going to put hands on her because she the one look out for me. But this one over here, talk to me like I'm a child. Talk to me crazy. Treat me crazy. That one might catch some hands. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are adults, and that'd be a problem with a lot of these places. They want to talk to these people like these people are children and they are adults. You know what I mean? They want to treat them like they kids. So, but I did love working there. It just ain't pay enough. That's the whole thing. Like, if I could have stayed there and it was a good pay, it was sweet. It was a home. It was a place where they lived. And like I said, I worked from 7 to 7. Only worked 3 days a week from 7 to 7. So if they would have had a good pay, people don't stay in those areas because nobody don't pay. So they always have high turnovers, and those places need people with stability. I think it's only one state hospital in Pennsylvania. I think Danville.
Probably, and this is what I said. People thought I was being mean. That I said they really should open Byberry up, but just revamp it. You know what I mean? Like, give it a complete overhaul, take away the torture.
No, they use it.
You know, what they using it for?
They use it for it's some kind of like rehab facility, some of it, not the whole hospital, but they was using the facility for something. But they really do need to open it back up and revamp it. Because they putting all these people, they lock these people up, like I said, put them in jail, and these people need help.
It's needed. What's his name? Lisa said, what's the solution or suggestions for mental illness? What's the solution or suggestion? It depends on the person. It's a case-by-case basis. It's not good to have blanket suggestions because every case is not the same. So you have to treat it on an individual basis because some people are not as severe as others. And you're absolutely correct, Crystal. Nobody cares until it affects them or one of their own. So, again, it was a very eye-opening experience, and now since I'm back and doing what I was doing, so it's interesting because now I'm able to, you say people crazy or something wrong with them. You can look at some of these folks who are perceived to be normal.
And be crazy in the bed, bud. Crazy as motherfucker. Crazy as bad shit, fucking, and they come in there like they on high hopes, like they got their shit all together, but inside of here, the shit is going loopy fucking loo. Okay? People is crazy. The people that you work next to at your job, they might blow that bitch up tomorrow. They be laughing and shit. Johnny that came in here and mowed down everybody. Like, people is really not dealing with they shit these days.
Yeah, and you're right, Crystal. You got to address the trauma first. But so many people are closed off with the trauma, and they don't want to deal with it. They're not open to talking about it. They're not open to therapy. They're not open to medication. So, and that's where it has to start. You have to acknowledge the trauma, and they don't want to do it. They just want to leave it closed off and just act like park apes.
Yeah.
You know, and do anything and everything that they can to try to intimidate you if you don't know.
Right.
It's like they do pick and choose who they
want
to go off on.
They definitely pick and choose who they want to go off on. Because I had to let a few know. I can go off too now.
Okay.
Now you want to we be going to fuck off together up in here today. Now play with me.
And it's interesting because when I told some of the people that I was leaving, and they were
upset.
They were really sad. And I'll never forget this one guy. He said to me, he said, you know, I'm sorry to see you go. He said, because I really liked you.
Yeah.
Now him and I didn't hold much conversation
still,
or anything,
but
it was just
you moved.
He said, you were one of the few I really liked. And I said, oh, really? I said, I liked you too. Like when he was ready to have a snap out, he would come to me and say, hey, I just want to tell you that.
Right.
Not a problem. I said, not a problem. Why?
Right.
Because I treat him as
an adult.
As
like
an
he's
adult.
supposed to.
Like,
that's,
you know.
That's the only thing too, like working in fields like that. Because the people get attached to you, you know, and it's hard for them to get attached to people. It's hard for them to really find people that they trust, that they want to open up with. So when they see people leave, you know what I mean? It does a lot to their psyche too, because now they got to find, they don't know who's coming in here next. They don't know how the next person going to act. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
How much the next person going to pour into them. Because I always believe that you pour into people. I don't care who it is, where you work, what you're doing. If you're working with children or people in general, you should always pour into people, because you never know what people are going through. And sometimes people just need that talk from a person that they wouldn't generally get it from. You know what I'm saying? When I used to drive the school bus, that's one of the things that I miss driving the school bus, is talking to the kids. Because people are like, oh, them kids on that school bus are so bad, but their kids on my bus, they might have acted up at first, but then when we gained the rapport, and then they would check other kids, like they got on the new kids that got on the bus. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. And when I told them I was leaving, they was very upset. They all wanted to give me a hug. They like, Miss Khadijah, you one of the best bus drivers. These other bus drivers are so mean. They don't play rap music. Because you got to learn. Because listen, I learned how to tame the beast with the kids, okay? Listen, they be like,
you got to reach them where they are.
You got to reach down to kids where they at. You want these kids to be quiet on the bus? Put on some fucking Drake. It ain't that deep. They not going to be on the bus. Listen, I never went to work without my Bluetooth radio being charged, ever. It was charged up. What y'all want to listen to today? Who radio? They only on the bus for 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. So let them listen to their music, and they not bothering me. You understand what I'm saying? I knew how to tame the beast.
And it's interesting because people, if you have children, you know your children are experiencing issues. Get them some help. And at this point, you know, if you have public assistance insurance, you know, you have access to case managers. You
and
have
keep trying, because a lot of these people don't like to get back.
Psychiatrists and all that, you know, therapy, all of that. You have to utilize the resources that you have. And if you work and you have insurance through work, I always said this, use your EAP, use your health insurance. You might have a copay, but the thing is, you want to get your kids some services. You want to start them out right. You want to give them, you want to level the playing field as much as possible. And sometimes these kids, they can't take anything. Like, we built different.
Yeah, we built different.
They can't take anybody putting no real pressure on them. So because it's just like everybody's so sensitive, this gentle parenting, all of this. Granted, some things were abuse. I'm not going to lie. Some things were abusive, but even still, they have to learn that the entitlement is so much. It's bad. This generation is so bad. It is ridiculous. Nobody owes you sugar, honey, iced tea. Nobody.
At all. And if you go around your life thinking somebody owe you something, you're going to have a hard life, because outside of your parents, nobody gives a shit.
They don't.
Nobody cares outside of your parents.
And sometimes these parents don't care.
Nope. But if anybody going to go put up with your shit, it's going to be your parents. When you get outside, people don't care about their entitlement or whatever your mother and father did for you or let you do at home. When you get outside in the real world, nobody's trying to hear that.
No, and it's up to us to equip our children to be ready to be released into the world. You know, so again, if it requires you to get them some therapy to make sure that they're mentally well, then do that. If you see that your kids are going the wrong way, do all that you can to intervene. You know, if there are mentorship programs out here, was it the 100 Black Men? Boys and Girls Club have
they just opened up a new Boys and Girls Club in West Philly.
Come on, you have to do your part. You can't always blame the other people. You have to do your part as a parent.
And if you have public assistance, if you have like Keystone First, your kids can go to the Y for free. I signed both of I signed Khadijah and Hamed up for the Y. They don't have to pay. Their health insurance cover them going to the Y. And so
there are things they can do. There are things that they can do. There are things that they can be exposed to. All these different types of programs out here. It's nonprofits popping up across the board for everything. Everything doesn't cost, and sometimes the cost is minimal. And you won't know unless you start digging.
Don't be proud. Because we as people, we don't like to, sometimes we don't want to go dig and look and research. There are things out there that can assist you. There are programs out there that will assist you. There are plenty of things out there. But you have to take initiative. When you're looking for something, you have to take the initiative. You know what I'm saying? Just Google search whatever it is you're looking for. Because once you open up a Google search, it just take you down a rabbit hole. You might find some other things that you wasn't thinking about before. You know what I'm saying? But these children really do need to go to therapy.
They do.
These kids, the difference with us is we got bullied too, but we had different advice. See, my mom's advice was beat up the biggest one, and the rest of them will leave you alone. You're not coming in here.
Right.
I'm closing the door.
Right.
You better stay your ass out there. If you don't, I'm whip your ass. Okay. See, we was a lot of us was up to the task. Because we knew we was going to get our ass with that home.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
I say this, I'll comment this on Facebook sometimes. Get the kids a sock and put some nipples in it.
Put some cans of peas in it. Listen, my grandmother sent me to school. One time we used to always get in fights at a box. My grandmother sent me to school with a sock with a can of peas and that motherfucker. Put them peas in there. She said the first person come over, you're just swinging. I said, okay. Shit, grandma was down for the cause. She said, get the swinging. So because we did get bullied too, but I think that we were just a little bit tougher because a lot of us was latchkey kids, and our moms was at work, and so you better go in the house, lock the door, don't touch nothing, don't do nothing, don't let nobody in, don't answer the door for nobody. And that's how we were raised. We had to be responsible. We had no choice.
Okay, boo, I see you.
We had to be responsible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we knew what not to do in our parents' houses. And you better not let nobody fucking. And if you did, the neighbors better not snitch. Because see, back in the day, the neighbors tell on you.
They did.
They were, ooh, my mom was like, so and so said. I said, oh my God.
Let me tell you something. I had somebody. I was a teenager. I had somebody spend the night because my parents had went away for the weekend. So they came home early. I was like, oh Lord. So my dad, I don't know if the neighbor had told him before, and my dad stepped downstairs in the recliner. Like, I know he in here.
When he come, I'm fucking everybody up tonight.
Like, he got to come out the door. So what I did was I opened the back door, and I had him climb over the gate.
Right.
So my mother said, yeah, I know so-and-so was in here. I said, why nobody knew you was a liar? I said, oh, God. But I don't know which neighbor ran
somebody
me out. Somebody ran me out.
Somebody told. Because that's what they would do. And I lived out, people in there, I see my mother like, so-and-so. I said, they is out what?
Now you can't do that. Now you can't do that because the parents want to be the kids' friends.
Don't say nothing to my kids.
So, and this is all part of the village. We had the village approach growing up. Today, they don't want you to say anything to the kids, or they want to be the kids' friends. You cannot be your children's friend and their parent. You are a parent first. You got to remember, they are a representation of you. When they cross that door, they represent you and your household.
Absolutely.
So whatever you got going on in that household, 9 times out of 10, they're going to act like whatever's going on in your household outside.
Yep. And don't think the kids don't know what the fuck you're doing, because the kids know everything. Okay? They know everything. They see everything. They will remind you later of it.
And these are the kids who be like, my mom didn't have time for me.
Right.
My mom was doing this. My mom was doing that. Never put a mate before your children.
And let me just say this too. Even when it comes to working a lot, because I realized that with my kids, my daughter said something to me one time. She's like, you wasn't never home. I'm like, well, you was always at work. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you wasn't going to fucking eat if I wasn't always at work.
Right.
But I had to look at her side of it. Because although I thought I was being a great parent and mother of the year, always being at work, the kids were suffering from me being at work all the time. You know what I'm saying? Their father wasn't there, and now I'm at work all the time. Weekends, weekdays, they staying with the babysitters overnight and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that I'm just doing what I got to do as a mother. But at the end of the day, it affected the kids. You know what I'm saying? By me not being there, that gave my daughter more time to be out in the street.
Right, right.
Because I work nighttime.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I realize now as an adult, when we make these choices to have children, and we never play the tape to the end. When we young and having kids, we never think about what's going to happen in the event that I have to not be there with my child. What all the things that can go wrong? What lessons am I teaching them? Because I would have thought that they would have been workers of the year the way I work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But they the total fucking opposite. Right. They don't want to be at work all the time. I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? But I thought that I was because I was doing what I was taught, because that's what my mom did. My mom worked all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes we as parents, we don't always, like I said, play the tape to the end when it comes to when we raising our kids, especially when we young. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tried to talk to like all of my nieces and little cousins. I always told them, and any of them that's close to me will tell you, I told them, don't have no babies young.
Please don't.
I'm telling you because I know. And because I didn't listen when I was told that same thing. Now I'm trying to tell y'all because things is different from when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Everything's different. Nothing is the same. It's hard. I feel like it's harder now for these kids coming up than it was when I was coming up with my kids.
It's a lack of balance out here. It's just truly a lack of balance overall. Either the parents are doing too much or they're not doing enough.
Yes.
And they have yet to find
the
balance where you work, you take care of your kids, and then you leave a small portion of your time for you.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, these are your responsibilities. So you working to take care of their responsibility, and then you still have to make time for them to let them know that they are for your priority.
Right.
Okay. So, and then you have maybe take a few hours and just say, hey, this is for me.
Yes.
If it's a Saturday evening, listen, don't bother me from 9 to midnight or overnight or whatever. But you got to take some me time, of course. But at the end of the day, they're your responsibility. You have to make sure that you're doing all that you can to keep things in proper perspective and balance.
Because parenting is a hard job. We want to say we want to criticize some of us the way we was raised, and we want to say, oh, I ain't gonna do that with my kids because I know that I had a whole bunch of that. But now when I look back, because my mom did not play certain shit. Like my mom, like, get the fuck in here at 9 o'clock. I'm like, my friends is outside. She didn't give a fuck. Okay, get in here at 9 o'clock. And my girlfriends be like, you always gotta go with Earl. And I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, everybody's outside on Point Breeze, Will Street somewhere, and I'm in here. But my mom, that was her way of making sure that she can control not just me, but me going out there and getting it. And she would, like, and she did have control of who my friends was. Like, she would say, oh, you're not hanging with that person. She ain't want to hear, I have my own life, and she wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. She's not the one, and don't bring her the fuck over here. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm an adult, a lot of the people that I might have chose to hang out that my mom trashed that whole idea, I'm glad that she did.
Right.
Because I've even had people that I wanted to hang out with. They be like, your mom was not having it, but you ain't need to be hanging out with us. You understand what I'm saying? Because, see, some people saw something to me that I didn't see in myself. And my mom wasn't having it. You get the fuck in here. I don't care if it's summertime, the fucking not. Like, I had to escape and spend the night out. Yeah. If I wanted to get a late night, my mom wasn't having it. And I feel like I did the opposite with my daughter. Like, because I was at work, I gave her a lot of freedom. I always knew where she was. I would call people, make sure. But I gave her a lot more freedom than I had. And my daughter was, and I was like, what the fuck you do? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because my daughter is like me, and then she not. Like, she's not like me in many ways. Like, my daughter's a fighter. If you want to fight somebody, she's the one. She will whip your ass. Like, she got time. That was her attitude, But she was different from me. So, and I tried to take her like out of the city and move her to another area, to another area in the state, thinking that I was doing a swing move by getting her out of the city. But what I realized is just because you move somebody somewhere, don't mean they whole mental, the way they think about where they came from won't be still there. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially you go up there, because there's still a lot of Philly people there. So, and then it was more Philly people there than I realized was there, because I don't deal with a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? So, so I say that to say that sometimes what our parents did is the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about abuse. I ain't talking about being abused and shit like that. I'm saying certain lessons that our parents put on us that we thought was too harsh, they saved our lives. Those was lessons that saved us from making bad mistakes. Those was lessons that saved us from possibly hanging out with the wrong people, possibly getting yourself into shit that you didn't know how to get yourself out of. You know what I mean? And that's some of the things that I look back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's just, it's really interesting. You'll say, like, for me, it's always like, okay, this is my plan A. What is my plan B?
Right.
And I think that the kids today, we have to allow our children room to make mistakes and to grow. Like,
absolutely.
I'm a stickler. Like, even at work, I have a couple of employees and they're young. And I've always been like this. Okay, so how long do you plan on staying here?
Right.
Okay, so what's your next steps?
Right.
Now, I just got there and I'm asking these questions. Well, nobody never asked us this before. Okay, well, I'm different. So now I want to know, because you're bigger than what you're doing.
Right.
So now it's, okay, I'm going to, I'm going to look into X, Y, and Z. Don't do it for me.
Think about it.
I want you to do it for you. I don't want you to stay somewhere doing the same thing for 30 plus years and you're unhappy.
Yep.
So let's make some steps. So here we are. This is step A. This is where you are. This is your stepping point. So we go step A, step B, step C. Same way I would do my own child. So it's just like, this is somebody's child who's under 30, who really has no real darn clue, no direction, no nothing. Only thing he knows is every day I do a huddle, he on a darn phone, the girl FaceTiming him, and I had to tell you at work.
Right.
You at work? He said, well, I'm now on. I said, hang up on her.
Right.
Hang up.
Right. Because you at work.
Then he tell her, I'll call you back. This shouldn't be.
Right.
You just got here. You just
left her 5 minutes ago. Now you on the damn phone. Hang that. Your pussy will hang that phone up.
That's how we want to say, Lord, forgive me. But
hang it up. She'll be there later.
So, but it's just a thing of, they need some simple guidance, something simple, just like this. Okay, well, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to look into that. Please do. Mm-hmm. Please do, because you need stepping stones.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if they never saw their parents progressing, but that's all right. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you how you progress.
Absolutely.
Anybody want to know my story? I tell you how I progressed to get to where I was at.
Right.
Like, it is what it is. I had no problem taking a step back to get to where I'm right back at. So, it's like, it's cool, but you have to have some direction. And I've never seen so many, because some of my staff are older people and they're just unhappy.
They so miserable.
They're unhappy. And it's just like, you only been here a year.
Listen.
So, but it's not my fault that you 60 plus years old. I don't know what you were doing before this. So I don't know what the situation was, or if you got to work till you 75, don't take that out on me. Don't project that on me, because I didn't do that to you.
Right.
But if you unhappy, you can always go out the door. But then they say you mean when you say that. But no.
But that's me, because I always say, that's my motto. If I hate the job, I'm not fucking staying there.
Exactly.
And people be like, you be leaving them jobs. I don't give a damn. They're not about to give me a stroke up in here. I will leave and find something else to do. And I think that, too, with our children, we should encourage them to think outside the box. Because in these days and times, there's so many young kids out here making money thinking outside the box, doing something different than we didn't have all this technology. They making money. They need black engineers and scientists so bad. Like, it's such a shortage of black engineers, and we are the ones who engineered every fucking thing.
And there's so many STEM programs and stuff out here.
So many
there
of
are
them.
A ton. And listen,
Joe Wilson got one. He was on the show.
On my Instagram, I'm always promoting and getting that information out there. Like, I don't understand why the people are not taking advantage of it. And it's like, program person, I'll reach out to them. How would you turn out? Oh, it's very low.
Right.
You know, minimal interest. What do you mean? But first thing y'all say is there's nothing
for my
available,
kids
nothing for my kids to do. Yes, it is.
It might not have been a few years ago, but there's lots of things out there for you to, and there's a lot of stuff out here that's free. I put Hamed in the race car school, the NASCAR. They have a NASCAR race driving school for the inner city youth. It's free. He didn't have to pay. And he loved race cars. That's something that he loved to do. And he got to learn how to drift and go and do all the NASCAR stuff. And he loved it. It was a 10-week program, but we didn't have to pay. All I had to do was make sure he was there at 8 o'clock or 7:45 on Saturday morning for 10 weeks. And they had a Grand Prix. And he made it to the second round, you know. And it was really good for him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things out here. We need to get our young children involved in STEM, robotics, technology, herbal medicines. You know, think outside the box because there's a lot of stuff going on out here. And we need to pay attention to what's going on with the government and this money. And I don't want to spook nobody, but, you know, it may come a time when your dollar bill ain't worth nothing. And they talking about it all the time. Everywhere I'm hearing it in the things that I watch and listen to. And it may come a time where your dollar bill ain't working. We focus on a lot of the wrong things. We need to be paying attention to what's going on with the money situation in America. What are we going to do without money? What are you planning to do without not having any? You know what I'm saying? Because it's important. And these are the things that us as a community, we don't talk about stuff like that. We need to be paying attention. It's a lot of stuff going on out here that we're not paying attention to. And if they shut down currency and you don't have a USDA coins, you might not have, you might not have no money. So pay attention to stuff that you might think is a conspiracy theory because it's not something that you think could actually happen. Because just like COVID happened and came and they shut everything down, one week you was at work, the next week the world was shut down for almost 2 fucking years. Pay attention. Because people are like, you be on it. No, I'll be paying attention because they can do anything that they want to do. You're at their mercy. If they want to shut all the fucking power grids and the electric down, they can do just that. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on out here. Pay attention. Really pay attention to that USD coin. Okay. Look that up. We bought some. We've been investing in it for the last. I think we've been investing in it for the last 2 years. Okay. Our family investment company, because they're literally going to go into their coin, just like the cryptocurrency. That's the government's coin. And they are talking about it, and that's why they talking about the dollar bill not to be able to be may not be worth anything soon. So please, if you guys get a chance, look it up. Look up the USD coin. Pay attention to the stuff that's going on as far as this money. We about to go, but before we go, I was telling Dawn on our way here. I was listening to a woman. She is a ambassador from Zimbabwe. And she was talking about the current state of the United States and Africa's relations as far as trades. Mm-hmm. That may be another thing that you can look into as far as stocks, as far as Chinese and African stocks, because they're about to stop trading with America. Africa is. She said America disrespects them. They don't listen. She said, and it's not the days of old. Africa does not need the United States anymore. She talked about how when they have summits, the United States comes with an agenda already in place for Africa. She said they never ask them any questions. They never have dialogue. And she also stated that a lot of the agenda in Africa and a lot of those countries, African Americans are directly named in a lot of the things that they're doing in Africa. So you guys, her name is, what is her name? Hold on, because I'm going to give you her name so in case you want to look her up. She was a UN ambassador, and she really had a whole bunch of good stuff to say. She was on Al Jazeera on a show called The Bottom Line, and her name is Ericana Chihambore. Arikana Chihombori. Her last name is Chihombori, and her first name is Arikana. Look her up. Look up the story on the bottom line. It was very, very interesting. As an African American in America, we never think about Africa having us named in anything that they're doing as far as improving the continent and improving relationships with Africans outside of Africa. But they actually definitely have plans for us, and we don't know anything about it. So if you have a chance, like I said, look into that, read her. She's on a couple. When you put her name in, she's on a few other programs talking about the same thing. So I thought that was a very interesting topic. So if you guys get a chance, look that up. And I like to thank Dawn for coming in today.
Yes. It was good. It's good to be back. I was off today, and unfortunately, I work Monday through Friday.
Right.
Right. Evening, so I can't be here. So whenever I'm off, I'm just going to do pop-ups and just
I'm gonna send her girl some flowers,
so I can come and I can participate, because I miss doing this. I miss Khadijah. Yes. I miss everybody here at Glockaware.
Yes.
So next Monday, if she's on, I plan to come next Monday, and then after that, you probably won't see me for a while.
Yes, and I will be on next Monday.
Take a day off or something and come, and sit here and enjoy the conversation with you guys. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, for however long you joined me. It was good to see some of you. We read the comments. If you have any thoughts, any ideas, please let us know. If you get to, you let me know. I'll let Khadijah know.
Absolutely.
Gerald, if you're watching this, your son is more than welcome to come on and promote his event.
Absolutely.
Okay? So
we like to thank everyone for tuning in to WillPower UnSurfaced. When we see you guys next, it'll be 2023. Yes! So I hope everyone has a happy new year, and we'll see you all next week. Be safe.